we have this huge story last night, which broke last night out of big league politics. And according to Cassandra Fairbanks, who got the source on this, a Secret Service agent who spoke on condition of anonymity, revealed that Joe Biden would, quote, mess with every single woman or teen during these events in the VP's residence, and that a Christmas get-together at the VP's house had to be cancelled because Biden was, and this is a quote, this is his words, because Biden would grope all of our wives and girlfriends' behinds. That's his direct quote. He also said the service often had to protect female agents from Biden, and that Biden was prone to parading around the VP residence late at night with no clothes on. I mean, stark, naked, Weinstein-level stuff, said the agent. Again, that's his quote. We are live. It is November 15th. I'm Paul Joseph Watson. I'll be filling in for Alex in this first hour. Ton of news coming up. Chief amongst it, the top story right now on Infowars.com. And we need to talk about creepy Uncle Joe. Once again, headline, ex-Secret Service agent claims Biden engaged in Weinstein-level groping. This is coming out of big league politics. This is their exclusive that came out last night. And it coincides with something else that I saw a couple of days ago, which is still going viral on Twitter, which is this thread created by an activist called Richard Mills. And it's a compilation of all the unseemly, unsavory incidents involving Joe Biden and children. Now, let's be clear, there's no evidence of illegal activity here, but we have to talk about this because it's going viral once again on Twitter. We've got an article, and we're starting to play some examples. This is just one of them, of Joe Biden appearing to touch children, appearing to sniff their hair. I'm going to go through the list of what he actually does. Most people don't know the sheer volume of shady shenanigans that's going on in these videos. You thought it was just a couple of videos? No, there's literally like 15 in this one thread, all of which are embedded in the article on Infowars.com, of Joe Biden posing with children and behaving. I mean, let's be fair to him. He really likes children. Let's just say that. He obviously really likes children and enjoys being in their company. That's all we're going to say right now. The article, and you can see some of those videos in it right now. By the way, save all those videos, because God knows if Twitter's going to delete this thread. This is the thing. They've got New York Times writers quoting this thread on Twitter that you see we're scrolling through right now for TV viewers, saying, how is Twitter going to handle this? In fact, there was a woman called Nicole Perlroth, a New York Times writer, who tweeted, quote, in the past 24 hours, a new alt-right fake news meme has emerged of Joe Biden as a predator. How will @Twitter handle it? So she's directly calling on Twitter to, quote, handle it. What do you think that means? It's an obvious, not so subtle call for censorship. And no, this is not an alt-right fake news meme. This has been out for years. It's merely getting new attention in light of all these sexual abuse revelations. Now, people have come back and responded to that tweet by a New York Times writer, one of whom was Noah Gittell, who is actually a leftist. He writes for the BBC Atlantic. And even he acknowledged that this is going to be an issue if Joe Biden runs for president in 2020, which by all indications is going to happen. He tweeted, quote, RTing, retweeting one more time for two reasons. One, it's creepy. He's talking about the list of videos we just showed you. Anyone who has ever experienced, witnessed the sexual abuse of children knows this is over the line. These are his words. He's a leftist journalist, not mine. Two, Dems, be strategic. If Biden is going to run for president in 2020, this creepiness is going to be a big story from the right. So there you have a left-wing columnist admitting, in response to Nicole Perlroth, whose tweet you see there on screen, she wants it censored, but he's admitting that this is going to be a big narrative for the right if Joe Biden runs for president in 2020. And again, it's not an alt-right meme. This is important in light of the revelations that we see coming out of Congress, and we're going to get onto that in a second. But again, this was around before the alt-right was even a term. Some of these clips are years old. Some of them are more recent, and we're going to go through some of them. But it dovetails with this story which is coming out of Big League Politics last night. An ex-Secret Service agent is claiming that Joe Biden engaged in Weinstein-level sexual assault and that he would walk around the VP residence late at night completely naked. These are revelations we've heard from other people before. You tie that in with all these creepy videos. We're going to have to talk about this. This is extremely chilling. We'll be back. It's the Alex Jones Show live. Infowars.com. Don't go away. It's the Alex Jones Show. We're talking about creepy Uncle Joe Biden, because top New York Times writers and other verified liberals on Twitter have come out over the past 24 hours and claimed that this story is an alt-right fake news meme. Well, I don't know how videos stretching back years can be a meme. I mean, it's footage, it's clear, it's in your face. But others have responded and said, no, this is going to be a big issue for the left, for the Democrats, if Joe Biden runs in 2020. Now, let's not forget, in 2015, February, we had a Washington Post article entitled, "What are we going to do about creepy Uncle Joe Biden?" And they went through the list, not necessarily these videos, a couple of them they included with the children, but they also went through a list of women, grown women, who've been obviously made to feel uncomfortable by Joe Biden touching them in public, like grabbing their shoulders. You can see them physically react and try and get away from him in some instances. So there's the Washington Post talking about this nearly 3 years ago. What are we going to do about creepy Uncle Joe Biden? So no, you can't claim this is an alt-right meme when there were articles about it in the mainstream media years ago. He's becoming notorious for this. And on top of that, we have this huge story last night, which broke last night, out of Big League Politics. And according to Cassandra Fairbanks, who got the source on this, a Secret Service agent who spoke on condition of anonymity revealed that Joe Biden would, quote, mess with every single woman or teen during these events in the VP's residence, and that a Christmas get-together at the VP's house had to be canceled because Biden was, and this is a quote, this is his words, because Biden would grope all of our wives and girlfriends' behinds. That's his direct quote. He also said the service often had to protect female agents from Biden, and that Biden was prone to parading around the VP residence late at night with no clothes on. I mean, stark, naked, Weinstein-level stuff, said the agent. Again, that's his quote. During one alleged incident in 2009, Biden cupped the breast of a Secret Service agent's girlfriend during a photo, prompting the agent to shove Biden, and then they almost got into a physical confrontation. He almost hit him. That agent was subsequently suspended for a week, according to the source. The article goes on to say men would often stand in front of female agents and Navy women or create false pretenses to have them leave the room just so they can get away from Biden, according to the agent. Now, these revelations about Biden apparently liking to stroll around naked in the middle of the night were also backed up by best-selling author Ronald Kessler, who wrote that Biden was fond of swimming naked and that Secret Service agents found that offensive. So we've got the backstory, we've got the new revelations from this Secret Service agent, which broke last night, which, by the way, Donald Trump Jr. retweeted that thread where you see all these videos of Joe Biden groping on little children. Let's be honest, that's what it shows. So this is going to be a big issue. Donald Trump Jr. is picking up on this. It's starting to become a narrative. You see the left starting to react by trying to dismiss it as an alt-right meme. It's not an alt-right meme. Let's go through this article. Here you see one of the videos. Let's go right to the top of the Infowars.com article. Ex-Secret Service agent claims Biden engaged in Weinstein-level groping. If you go to that article, then you go down to the first video. You can see, as Richard Mills states, and he's the one with the big viral thread on Twitter, in this clip, former Vice President Biden uses a candid moment to fondle the chest area of a little girl in front of her entire family. Her visible discomfort is extremely obvious. And you see it in the video. She jerks away from him. There you see it. There's a close-up here in a second. You'll see it. He like reaches down. There you see the close-up for TV viewers. She jerks away automatically, natural reaction to it. Go on to the next video that's embedded in that article. Now, this is the one that most of you have probably seen. He's leaning down to this 13-year-old girl. By the way, he's obsessed with asking all these children how old they are. That's one of his things he likes to do. He's whispering something in her ear. Now, the senator that you see there later came out on CNN when people started asking questions about this a couple of years ago, when the video first came out. And he said, oh, no, my daughter didn't find it creepy at all. And it's like, well, are you saying that, or is your daughter saying that? I actually found this girl on Instagram, who's probably around 15, 16 by this point, contacted her, asked her if she found it creepy. No response so far. Make of that what you will. Her father, the senator, said it wasn't creepy, so I guess we got to believe him. You can go down into the third video in this article, which is on Infowars.com, to see Joe Biden's habit of smelling the hair of women and particularly little girls. And remember, a lot of these children, he's literally just met them seconds before. It's not like they're long-term family friends or whatever. Some of them are in some cases, but some aren't. Is this the kind of behavior you would be comfortable in seeing if your child was around somebody for the very first time? This really hands-on approach, this stroking of the hair, this sniffing of the hair that he seems to do all the time. And bearing in mind, that's just 3 videos out of this entire article. The whole thread literally has probably about 15 different videos just from what we've picked up so far. And this is concerning. This is extremely concerning in light of the revelations that we see, not only out of Hollywood, but also out of Congress now. And I mean, I'm going to summarize this because we don't have time to play all the videos. But again, some of these kids he's meeting, literally seconds into meeting them, he starts like touching on them, smelling their hair, stroking their face in a couple of cases, whispering in their ears. He always asks their age immediately. How old are you? And in a couple of cases, he asked the child how old they are, usually a little girl. And in one case, before he asked this little girl her age, she was 6, by the way, Biden answered for her before she responded. He said, how old are you? 17? And it's a 6-year-old girl. Is that not a little bit bizarre? No, I'm sure it's completely normal. So obviously you've seen, you're having kissing the children, stroking their hair, touching them at length. We're talking about for, in some cases, 20, 30, 40 seconds on end, even when the child, and in some cases the parent, is clearly uncomfortable with what he's doing. In other instances, repeatedly, Biden tells teen girls from the age of, not just teens, from the age of 6 up to about 19, to not date men until they're 30. This is something he says over and over again, every time he meets them almost. Don't date any men until you're 30. What's going on with that? Obviously, they're going to date men before they're 30. That's a little bit weird. He repeatedly asks children to stand next to him in all these video clips. He also tells the brothers of these little girls, quote, and he tells the parents, quote, keep the boys away from their sisters. What in God's name is he talking about there? We're talking about 6, 7, 8-year-old boys with 6, 7, 8-year-old sisters as they line up for the photo op. And Biden is telling the parents, keep the boys away from their sisters. What? What on earth is going through his head to be talking like that about children? That is bizarre. Come on. And we've seen it in other cases with women. Now you see another one. He's grabbing her by the shoulders, clearly uncomfortable with. And it goes on for like 30 seconds. This is not his wife. Why are you touching on women, grabbing on their shoulders? Now, again, there's no evidence whatsoever that Joe Biden engaged in any illegal activity whatsoever. But in this climate, it's no surprise that people are asking questions about this once again. And to dismiss it as an alt-right meme clearly shows that they're a little bit panicked over what could come of this. Because Biden's doing the talk show circuit right now. He's got a new book out, I think. He was on Colbert last night or a couple of nights ago, trashing Trump, positioning himself as the moral guardian of America by saying that Trump basically ripping apart the civic spirit, the morality of America. So it clearly looks as if they're positioning Biden, who may even have beaten Trump if he had run instead of Hillary last year, to run in 2020. So this is going to be an issue. This is going to be a key issue the left, the Democrats, are starting to panic about it, but we need to treat it seriously. We need to ask serious questions about creepy Uncle Joe Biden. We'll be back on the Alex Jones Show live. Breaking news at Infowars.com. Don't go away.
We're very proud of the fact here at Infowars that we're a teleprompter-free operation. We don't get our talking points from the private Federal Reserve or from Nazi collaborators like George Soros. We get our talking points from common sense and research from we the people. That means our guests, our researchers, you the listeners, the callers. But that said, today I've got a script I'm going to follow for the first time ever. It's you the listeners, the viewers, that wrote my talking points. I came in here an hour ago, and I literally just went to InfoWarsStore.com and printed the 5-star reviews, the first few pages. These are in the order of how they've been posted by you, the listeners. And it's 5-star after 5-star after 5-star. It's amazing from third-party sites. So this is what you, the listeners and viewers, have to say about the products at InfoWarsLife.com. Let's go over them right now. This is verified buyer Mark, 5-star review for Anthroplex. It's for men and women. I take it as directed. As is, one uses it too much, it will cause reflections of adolescent years in skin and muscle, and hair growth will, of course, increase sex drive as a given. Easy does it. Yeah, it's hardcore. It's very, very serious. Not a game. Thank you, Mark. Here's another one from Patrick. Energy all day. I use this along with Super Male, and it makes me have drive and energy all day on my 12 to 14-hour day. Another review. I love this one. Keeps my husband going and going and going. This must be the stuff the Energizer Bunny is on. I guess that's some fine lady using her husband Adam's account. Here's another one, ladies and gentlemen. 5-star review for Winter Sun Vitamin D3. This product is amazing and will keep you from the winter blues. I don't get sick. Last winter while I was taking this for the first time in my life. Amazing product. Again, tastes good as well, they say. Here's one from Brian. I love this product and I live in Wisconsin. Thank you all. It's time that we turn the clocks back and lose the sunshine. I love this product and I am a night owl. Every night owl should have this product. I will buy this product as soon as possible again. And I should add, that's a great name for this product. Not just for the winter, but for night owls as well. In fact, it should probably be called Night Owl. Night Owls, Winter Sun, or Night Owls get sun in the winter. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I said I'd shut up. But back to the script. Liquid Sunshine's what they call it. I love that name too. I will be using this product for 2 years now. It's wonderful out in the Pacific Northwest to get this Liquid Sunshine. Patrick, thank you for the support and for the review. You make it literally possible. Continuing with Silver Bullet, the highest quality 30 parts per million colloidal silver out there. Dale, should be called Magic Bullet. Oh my gosh, the listeners are so much smarter than me, and I'm not being patronizing. But kind of, that's what a silver bullet's supposed to be, though, kind of. So I've been using Silver Bullet colloidal silver for years now. This was the first product I purchased from InfoWars Store. Whenever I feel the first stages of cold or sore throat coming on, a dose of Silver Bullet colloidal silver has always ended it before it starts. I've been giving it away for family and Christmas and birthdays since 2015, and it's worked for everyone. It has become an expected gift for our family, and that's why we get you the best products, because we want the repeat customers. It's all a win-win. That's an awesome review. Thank you, Dale, for your support and for what you've done for your family as well. We only got 20 seconds left, folks. I can't get to all the other Silver Bullet reviews. The Caveman reviews, they're all 5-star. They talk about the meal replacement, how great it is, how it blows them away post-workout, pre-workout, taste, okay, they say, but it's the results that really matter. Best post-workout ever is what Andrew says. Find it all, folks, at InfoWarsStore.com or InfoWarsLife.com. You can't lose because you're funding the second American Revolution, and I salute you all.